Hi folks, thanks for taking a look at this video about how to utilize feedback and incorporate a feedback chat when you're using a Desmos activity with your students. I'm going to go ahead and get myself out of the way here, make me small and in the corner since you need to see this screen. So I'm going to walk through the dashboard and then how you can copy this feature if you'd like to into your activities. So let me run this activity. I clicked on View Dashboard. And I don't have any students right now, so you'll see nothing. I'm going to split my screen, keeping the teacher dashboard on the left, and I am joining this on the right as a student. And the first thing I'm going to see is, okay, I'll take my chances in this small warning, is a warning message. No, the first thing I'm going to see is a help button. So what you might want to do is explain to your students that this is going to live here on screen 1 throughout the activity. If you ever need help, click the button. That will signal to me that you need some help somewhere and open up a dialog box. So I'm going to actually show that from a problem. So let's say that you have a student working on problem 1, solving equations. We provided a nice visual where it has the answer so that students can find out if they are correct. And I think that I'm supposed to distribute a 4 to all terms. So I'm going to write 4x plus 40 minus 24 equals 100. And I can see that I have a mistake. I distributed the 4. I see I have a mistake though. I should have matched this line. So I'm going to go back and signal that I need help. And notice what happens on the teacher dashboard. A little dot has shown up. I have an issue on screen 2. Help. So a little dot has shown up. That indicates to me that a button has been pressed and something is written. And then when a student goes back, you'll notice that that turns into a warning symbol, needs help. So that's really where you're going to focus your eyeballs. It's not just the dot, and you'll see why in a little bit, but the warning symbol really lets me know that I have a student that needs some attention. So let's just say that this student goes somewhere in the activity. Now I'm going to hop back to the teacher side, full screen, to drop some feedback in. So they need help. Let's see what they need help with. I have an issue on screen 2, help. The first move I'm going to make is a little note here that says, come back to the help screen if you need further instructions. And to lower your hand. So I'm going to indicate that because I want them to eventually lower their hand. Never mind, I've had an idea. But now I'm going to go to screen 2, which is where this student said that they needed some help. And here I'm going to see you've distributed across all terms. Just distribute to the group. Maybe that's enough of a prompt to get the student redirected. Maybe they won't understand that feedback. I'm not sure, but I have provided the feedback. So I'll exit out of this student. You'll see they still have the warning symbol, but I can see that they haven't read my feedback yet here or here. So although there's a warning symbol, because this triangle is in green and this one is in green, they haven't yet gotten that feedback. They're still over here on slide 4. So again, I'm going to split my screen, showing that the student is at slide 4. They've gotten 2 notifications for feedback. So when they click here, lesson feedback. Come back to the help screen if you need further instructions and to lower your hand. You've distributed across all terms. So I want to go back to screen 2. As a student, I've gone to screen 2. I can see that as a teacher now, they've read my feedback. And now the student can see what I've written here. So I'm going to make this full screen so that I get a little bit out of the way again. On the student side, okay, I've distributed, so just distribute across the group. I don't really know what that means. I guess they're focused, that my teacher is trying to indicate for me to go here. If I still don't understand or I'm not willing to make this adjustment, I know that that's correct. But if as a student I wanted to go back, I could go back to screen 1 or just use these breadcrumbs to click between screens. So go to screen 1. And now I can give a new piece of feedback. It's still going to have a warning symbol, but this is worth checking in. So I figured it out. Thanks. I've had an idea. So I lowered my hand. What does that do on the teacher side? As the student, I'll keep going forward. It got rid of that warning symbol. You saw it there temporarily. All feedback has been read. I can check what that circle says as a teacher by hitting help, please. I figured it out, thanks. But you'll notice it's not there anymore because they've lowered their hand. But now I can see that they don't really need help. They've had their idea and have moved on. So hopefully you've seen how to utilize feedback as a teacher to help a student navigate back and forth to get feedback from you. Again, students can use these breadcrumbs, and I recommend putting one on screen one so that as they get farther along in the activity, they have a way to get back to screen one much faster than using these navigation tabs. They can just hop all the way to screen one, and then they can get back to their feedback closest to where they were in the activity to keep going. I hope you found that useful. How do you copy this into an activity if that's something you're interested in? So from the activity page, which we'll put in the details of this video, you can copy paste any slide directly into an activity you're doing if you edit them. All you need to do is click this first screen and this button here, copy this screen. I'm going to click it. It's been copied. Now I can paste it at the beginning of any activity that I choose to run. There is no code that you need to change. It's all coded so that it will give you a warning signal. All you need to do is paste this into an activity and you're good to go. Thanks for checking this out. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to any of the coaches at Henrico County.